Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Witchy Ricky, and on today's video I just want to talk a little bit about cleansing, some different ways that we are able to cleanse ourselves and our space, and relating that back to the elements, the four elements of earth, air, fire, and water, and of course connecting that all back to the new moon that is in our skies during this time. And it is a new moon in Virgo. The new moon happens when the sun and the moon are together in the same sign. So new moons are usually a time, like an introverted time. It's a time to take a step back, to really reflect, relax, really be intentional about where we want to move, what ways we want to go in our lives, lessons we have learned, and really just, especially with Virgo, is planning out our next steps, where are we going to go from here, and really planting those seeds. That is obviously more intense rituals and practices of really planting seeds and really working with the elements towards a specific intention. So we're going to keep it light today, and we're just going to focus on cleansing the energy, because we don't want to move forward if our energy is not right, if our space is not taken care of, is not clean, is not organized, and is not cleansed. We want to get that energetic frequency right before we start making moves, and I think that the new moon is a perfect time to do that. I actually started out with doing this like every Friday when I was younger, and you couldn't really go out, you couldn't drive, there was nothing to do, so I would go to the mall and I would buy incense, and on a Friday night I would just light my incense in my room and really cleanse my space, cleanse myself. I would write in my journal or diary. I would just get creative, do stuff in my room. I would love to cut my clothes up, and I would love to design different stuff, clothes and shit. So that is a ritual that is great for beginners. It's how I first started, and it's something that I like to do every once in a while, is just give a quick cleanse to myself, to my space, and it really helps to ground me and to really bring me back into this present moment, into my intentions, and just that overall state of mindfulness. Okay, so there are four different elements. Obviously, they are earth, air, wind, and fire. And as a witch and in my practice, I always try to incorporate all of them. Even in my altar space, I have a little jar type of thing that I keep with water, and I also have all of the other elements there. So I want to talk about a few ways that you can cleanse yourself, cleanse your space for a new moon ritual, or just any ritual any day of the week whenever you're feeling that you need a little cleansing. First off, I'm going to start off with the element of fire, and this is probably the one that most people are aware of, which would just be like a candle, right? So lighting a candle, that's the fire. And we have the Santa Muerte here. I like to, I know a lot of people pray to the Santa Muerte when they need help, when there are children missing, when there are family members missing. You pray to the Santa Muerte to bring them back to you safely. It's not their time yet. I like to pray to the Santa Muerte that she finds the people who are doing harm and who has their karma coming. I pray that she finds them in divine timing. So that is a way that you can cleanse. You can light a candle. A few other fun witchy things to do with your candle is to dress your candles. And I make candles. I've been practicing. We'll have them on Selenial Space soon enough. But dressing your candle, I don't know if you can see, but that's when you mix in herbs and oils and crystals, whatever you want to be able to dress it and enhance it, and then light it up. It smells beautiful. It looks beautiful. So that's another way. If you had, and I don't have any with me right now, I have to stock up, but if you have just the regular candles, you can always draw or carve sigils into them, and sigils are special symbols that you can make for different things. So if you want to call in abundance, or if you want to call in love, or if you want to just call in wisdom, you can Google this, but you can use the letters to make a special symbol, and you can carve that in there as well. Another way that is pretty mainstream, popular way to cleanse your space is through sage bundles, or just any smudge sticks or any herb bundles. So I have 2 here that I made, and that again will be on Selenial Space soon. I just want to make sure that I can put everything up at once, and so these babies are done, and they have a bunch of different herbs in them, plants and flowers, and you can also light this in order to cleanse your space. So another way that you can use the fire element is through incense, but incense also correlate with the element of air. So you are going to see a lot of back and forth between the earth elements, because they all need each other. They are all interconnecting. And so, yes, you use the fire to light the incense, but once it is lit, I think that the incense is more of an air quality, because then you just see the smoke. That is another way to cleanse your space. You can walk around with it, or you can just simply set it down and enjoy the fragrance and watch your smoke. I have seen when people light this and the smoke will just go straight up, like so calm. Sometimes it'll be going all crazy. I don't know if you could see, but watch your smoke. It's super interesting. And that's another form of divination, which maybe that's a separate video. Another way for you to cleanse with the element of the air is through sound healing. So if you have a sound bowl, you can always go around your space. And you can do this as you walk around your space, and this frequency that comes out, the very relaxing frequency, is able to then stabilize any chaotic or crazy energy in your space or within your own energetic field. Anything else? Let's just show. So when using incense, you can have the traditional incense like so, which is great, very low maintenance. Like I said, that's what I would do when I first started. Another way to use incense to cleanse is by taking the actual herbs in a heat or fire resistant container. And I like to put a bunch of herbs in there. Right now I have some sage, and let that burn in here just like when you would light a regular sage. And then every now and then I just like to add any crushed herbs that I might have. So some palo santo, or already some other prepared concoctions. And I like to mix it, and I like to let it burn. This one is a little bit more higher maintenance because they do burn really quickly, and you have to then keep adding. But I love it. I feel like this is more medicinal than the other little incense. My dad had like walked in on me one day that I was just making sage, so I had a lot of sage residue and I just kept burning it, and he was like, stop doing that, you're gonna get high. He's like, I feel high just walking in there, and I'm like, well, cheers to that. So that is another way. So that is one for the air element. Another way to do cleansing with the air element is through doing a potion, and that's what I call it because I'm not really sure what it is. I guess it would just be like a tea. So if you boil water and you start to put different herbs like cinnamon or mint, nutmeg, you can cut up some orange or lemon, and you put it in a pot of water to boil, and then you just let it simmer after that, and it is just like a natural aromatherapy, or natural fragrance in the air that's also very cleansing. Citrus in general is a very cleansing herb. Would it be an herb? Element. It's a very cleansing thing to use. So obviously then the air element of smelling the fragrance, you're also using the water element. Okay, so then we connect the air to the water, and the water element is that tea that you make afterwards. So you can strain your little potion, and you could actually drink it hot or cold. I like both, but I really like putting them into a mason jar and then putting them into the fridge after they have cooled off, and then I like to drink it cold. During the winter, I like it hot, so it's just a way to also cleanse your body, cleanse your spirit, and really add herbs that will help you. So I love to add healing herbs like mint, spearmint, peppermint, cinnamon, chamomile, mullein. I like adding, this one is of hibiscus and mint, so I like to mix and match and make different ones, and they're all they have medicinal properties, and they're very, very healing to the body. Another way to cleanse is by taking a bath or a shower. This is one that's a little more high maintenance. I don't do this too often, but when I do, I really need it. I feel like I usually do this when we have the moon in Taurus, is when I'm really trying to just relax and have the warm bath and the nice smelling incense and the crystals surrounding and everything, and that is just very soothing, very healing, and very cleansing on a physical and energetic level. So speaking of crystals is another way that you can cleanse yourself or cleanse your space. What I like to do with the crystal is I like to hold it and I like to charge it with an intention first. So if we were just doing a simple cleansing, I would charge it with the energy of cleansing and have that be the intention behind the charging of the crystal. After you have sat with it for a few minutes and have charged it and have visualized the energy going into this crystal, you can just begin to wave it around the room, around yourself, around your bed, around wherever you would like. And this is also a way to cleanse. Some great crystals to use, I would say, obviously, selenite. Black tourmaline is also great for purifying and cleansing your space. Naturally does this all the time. We also have smoky quartz. Again, great for repelling energy, getting rid of any negative energy that is not serving you. And this is fluorite. Fluorite could come in a lot of different colors. This one is kind of like a violet, purpley. But fluorite comes in many different colors. I've seen it in orange, yellow, brownish. So it's also very, very good for protecting and getting rid, repelling energy. That's for the earth element, is the crystals. You could also do a crystal grid where you just take a bunch of your crystals and design it in a specific way. You can also charge it, and then it'll just naturally be there, cleansing that energy. Another way to cleanse is by earthing. You would think like, wait, I'm gonna go stick my feet in the dirt and mud, like that's getting me dirty, that's not cleansing me. But actually it is very, very cleansing energetically, and we need to have that soil feeling in us, and it actually does awaken so many particles, molecules. I don't know. I know it's good for you, okay, but I don't know like the science behind it. So there are obviously many, many more ways that you can cleanse yourself and your space. These are just a couple of the ones that I like to do, and I thought I would share with you guys. If you end up doing a little new moon cleansing ritual, let me know how it went. Let me know what you used. I typically have all of the stuff, all of it. So yeah, let me know. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope it was educational in some form, and I hope that it found you in the divine timing that it was meant to. Thank you for watching. Love you.